Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. That link is down below. For those of you who are new here, we are from the Great North to Wonder Wharf. We are a bento box podcast, fan site, if you will, YouTube channel, the whole 9 yards. We cover all the shows, the Great North, Bob's Burgers, Central Park, etc. Today, we are here for the second entry in our rankings of the Bob's Burgers episodes. If you haven't already, go check out our rankings for season 1. Today we're doing the same thing, but for season 2 episodes. There's only 9, so this shouldn't take all that long. But let me explain to you exactly how we're doing the tier list, if you haven't seen the first episode. So normally you have an S tier, A, B, C, D, E, and F. We changed it up here a little because this is a Bob's Burger centric one, so we thought let's make it a little more related to burgers, if you will. So our ranking goes as such. Medium is the best. Medium well is great. Medium rare is good. Rare is okay. And overdone and dry is the worst. Obviously, those are different temperatures of cooking a burger or ordering a burger done. So that's what we decided here. We thought it'd be fun. If you don't think so, whatever. Make your own YouTube channel. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
Do what you want. Or, tell us in the comments about your thoughts or feelings about it, and we'll just, read it in disregard.
Yes, or delete them, because I can't take criticism. So, without further ado, we'll get right into it. We'll go episode 1 all the way to episode 9 in order, and again, we'll rank them in our tiers. Let's start off with the Belchies. JB, where do you rank this?
So, this is our first episode of season 2. It's a short season, but it's, as a lot of people put this is one of the best seasons. At least in a lot of people's opinions. So, the Belchies for me is just like, let's just kick the door in and just start going into season 2. It starts off with a bang, and it does a really good job. The jokes hit. It's still a little edgy, but you can see they've kind of turned that volume knob just a little bit over, and they're kind of finding their footing, and I think this season is really where they start to figure it out, and then by season 3 they start running. But for me, Belchies is a solid burger of the day medium. It is good. It hits all those 80s Goonie vibes for me. It has the funny jokes between Bob and Linda. It's all around just great. Plus we get Zeke, we get Jimmy Jr., we get Andy and Ollie. It's a good kid-centric episode, and the adult plot is good too.
Yeah, I agree with all those points. I think it's a fantastic episode. I think it's a tremendous episode. You'll note that I did not say it was a great episode.
But, I'm waiting for that but
it is not a great episode. I gave it a medium well.
Okay.
It's a great start to the season. It's not an episode I normally go back to revisit, but it is good. Taffy Butt's a great song. I didn't care for when the kids got into the Taffy Factory and then Luis got separated, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. But I thought it was fun. I thought Teddy making the little map that was a butt, which turned out to be true.
Which was true.
That was fun. But yeah, medium well. I have it medium well.
You almost said it. Almost.
I'm not going to give it its due. I can't start off swinging for the fences. Medium well.
This episode also introduces Teddy's grandfather, who was the butler or the maid for Caffrey's Taffy, for Caffrey. And we saw him in human flesh. He was in the coffin.
We also get a view of Zeke's parents.
Yeah,
and we also...
Not to be confused with Perry Zimbalist, the background character.
Yes.
They are not... That is not Zeke's dad.
No. Maybe we'll get confirmation of that one of these days from the man himself. We also learn of the existence of Andy, Ollie, and Jimmy Jr.'s mom, who is indeed alive.
Yep.
At least for this episode. And there's speculation of who that might be, but she is indeed alive, and apparently there is joint custody.
Yes. We also get Teddy references Swankies. Swanky Pankies, which is the drink. He starts discussing that. You can actually find that on another YouTube video on how to make that.
Yeah, maybe we'll link that.
There's a lot of fun little things. And Cyndi Lauper did provide the music for Taffy Butt.
She did. Going right into it, Bob Day Afternoon.
A Bob Day Afternoon, for a lot of people, is in one of their top episodes. We get Mickey, we get the Banked, we get Mr. Frond, Sergeant Bosco's great in this episode. Louise is over the top and wonderful in this episode. I have this episode It's just, for me, it's one of those that it's like, I'll watch it a lot, but it's not one of my favorites. So I have it as a medium well.
Okay.
It's just right below. But it's still a really solid episode.
This is, hands down for me, my favorite episode of the season, and it was another medium no-brainer for me. I 1,000,000% love everything about this episode, from the hostage situations to the only thing I didn't care for tremendously, and this was just a small little part that doesn't even rate to even be worried about, is Gene's flash to robot college.
Oh, see, that's a part I really like.
Okay, fair enough.
Because we get a lot of Bill Hader in that.
Yeah. But Mickey, one of my favorite characters, when Luis is interviewing him and Bosco tries to take the phone, her over the top.
It's my dad!
10 out of 10. Close to a perfect episode for me. Medium.
And then we get Rodney. I mean, we get a lot of good bits in there.
I hope we get to see more of Rodney, because I don't know who does his voice. I can't remember off the top, but I love that guy's voice. I don't know why.
But yeah, Bosco just blundering the whole exchange.
Yeah.
Bob being named Fatty.
Fatty got in the way.
Fatty got
Just
in the
code
way.
name.
It's a code name for Bob.
So yeah, medium for me, medium well for you, it sounds like. Synchronized Swimming.
So this one, I have a really hard time rewatching this. It's just the kids abusing Linda and her kindness and like her just wanting them to do well. And I'm all about them pulling tricks over Mr. Frond. They do it in a bunch of other episodes, but they do it better. And then when Bob gets roped into it too, and it becomes like a whole thing. This one for me is an overdone and dry. The jokes and the songs are fun and things, but it's just, for me, it's not one that I sign up to watch all the time. It's like, if it's on, I'll watch it, but it's not a favorite of mine.
I will agree. Overdone and dry for me as well. There is nothing about this episode that I reference, that I go back and like, because usually you can name one or two things about an episode that you dig. This is one of the few ones that I'm like, nah, I'm good. Skip.
The only scene I really like remember and like we'll go back and like, oh, that's fun, is the Bob with the soft serve machine with Tom Selleck, and isn't she like, what's your favorite part, Linda? And she's like, my ankles. And he's like, no, it's your heart.
Is this isn't also the scene where we get the kids asking to come in and get a sample of soft serve, is it?
I don't believe so.
Okay, because I was going to say that would be...
I mean, that's how often we watch this episode.
That would be the redeeming factor for me, but yeah, this is an overdone and dry easily. Again, not to say you shouldn't watch it if you haven't seen it, but I've seen it enough to where I know I can skip it. Burger Boss. Fan favorite.
So, it is, and it's one of mine as well. I love Burger Boss, the whole yacht club, the gaming scene. We get Daryl. I know you don't really care, but that's fine. I just love that he's literally there to help train Bob to beat Jimmy's score. I love that. It's kind of like that Seinfeld reference where like George has to have the high score in Frogger and all this stuff. It's the same thing with Bob. He wants that high score so bad to erase Bob Sucks. And is willing to do anything and everything to get it, including taking painkillers, wearing double like wrist braces. It's where he's just like, I can't even put the quarter in the machine. It's like, it's a wonderful episode. I love it.
I completely agree. This is a medium for me. Everything from Bob being on drugs.
Always a good thing.
At one point, doesn't he try to get the boys to kiss too?
Yep, you guys are gonna... You're going to use your face and his face, and they're going to meet.
Yeah. And when he's confronting the bully, he's like, let's be honest, there's a race factor here, or something along those lines.
Come on, Bob, kick his ass. And he, like, rips off his sleeves, like, you're going to look tough.
Yeah. Yeah, everything about this, the gaming aspect, the inability for him to beat a level, which I relate to because I suck at gaming. Everything you said and then some, medium for me, must-watch episode.
It's one of the only times that I'm like, Jimmy Pesto's part is actually fun, where he's playing the game and talking. He's like, Jimmy, my kids are here.
Yeah, what does Gene say? Is like, we're just renting this, or we're just leasing this, or something?
Yeah, we're just leasing this. But yeah, it's like, you've never had it so good. And it's like, wow, Jimmy, okay.
Or when Linda gets rid of the machine and Bob freaks out on her. Yeah, it's a medium for me, easily. Food trucking.
So food trucking is another one that I really, really like. And it almost made it onto the medium list. But for me, it's just, I will watch it. I love it. There's a lot of things I like about it. But just for some reason, it just doesn't hit that medium level for me. It stays right at medium well, but at the top of that list at medium well.
I agree. I have it in the same spot. I have it medium well. Much like yourself, I don't know why it's not a medium. Just something about it just holds it back. I'm not quite sure what.
Because there's so many good bits. The kids doing the chowster thing, and that's great how they just ruin everyone else's weekend. The truck getting flipped. Randy literally agreeing with Bob, and Bob still yelling at him just because it's Randy.
Yeah.
Linda being high on Benny's, it's just Benadryl. Just knocking everyone's mirrors off and yelling at people.
Jennifer Lopez, yeah.
And then we get oil spill.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of good bits in this. Yeah. It's just for some reason it just doesn't tip over for me to get into that.
I completely agree. I don't know what it is. Maybe in a future episode we'll figure it out. But for right now, medium well. Dr. Yap.
So Dr. Yap, there's a lot of bits in this that I like. Okay. Like, I've already referenced at one point this week when we did trivia for the meetup. What is like Dr. Yap's guitar's name? It's Greta, and it's from this episode because it's just so weird. We get the Prince of Persuasia. There's a lot of funny little bits in this, but overall, like, the main plot just like feels so weird, and Linda's like role in it feels even weirder. And for me, it's like the jokes are there and it's hitting, but at the same time, like, I'm really just annoyed by that other part of the plot. I like the kids' plot a lot for the Jawbreaker and stuff. I think it's just stupid. But for this one, it's rare for me. It's like, I really get weirded out by the whole, like, Gail thing. And Linda's like, yeah, it's fine. She'll get over you, and then she'll want someone else. Yeah. And it's like, no, Linda's very possessive. I don't see her, like, allowing this.
I agree with you. I also have it as a rare. I don't really care much for the Dr. Yap character when he gets... when he's just acting normal, he's fine. When he gets a little too exaggerated or eccentric, I kind of check out on.
Too yappy?
Yeah, too yappy. I check out on that. I don't care for Linda pimping out Bob. I don't care for the Jawbreaker stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I don't care for, but it's also not overdone and dry. It has its moments of jokes and charm, but it's if food trucking was a medium well on the cusp of well for you, this is a rare on the cusp of overdone and dry for me.
Okay. Yeah. For me, it's just rare. I like a lot of the other little bits, but the main plot just drives me crazy. Like, I love the whole, like, kissing your sister as a reference to, like, peeing in the shower. And they're like, we're all gonna kiss our sisters. And it's just like there are little fun bits that they do, but it's not enough.
Yeah. Moody Foodie.
Moody Foodie, I enjoy a lot because we get Yap's trans noodles. We get Pepe, who doesn't know what carne asada is at all. And we also get to meet Reggie for the first time for Reggie subs. And it has Patton Oswalt, which I think is awesome. I would love if Patton was in more episodes of Bob's Burgers. So for me, Moody Foodie is at a medium rare. It's right there. It's like a good episode. It's a solid episode. It's just missing something to push it up just a little bit more. But for me, it's like, again, medium rare, headed towards well, but it's just not there yet. It needs a little bit longer to cook.
I got this as a back-to-back rare. It's a fine episode. My favorite part was Linda not being able to say tin cup.
Tin cups.
And then the enchilada ass joke I thought was fun. But I mean, and then draw.
What about the Guillermo Mojado?
When
I love that the whole Reservoir Dogs Wet Willy joke. That's awesome.
That was all right. When Tina asked to have her portrait drawn, and then the guy's like $50, and Bob's like, "For what?" He's like, "You get what you pay for," and he's like, "That's a steal."
You say it, I draw it, you buy it.
I thought that was pretty fun, but
come on, Dad, pay the man.
Yeah, the sum doesn't. The sum of the parts does not equal the whole, or whatever I'm trying to say. It's a rare for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad Tina.
Bad Tina. Ooh. So Bad Tina is. So there are parts that I love, and there are parts that I also am like, about. And I think for me, like we get introduced to Tammy, who has a different hair color. That will change later. We get a lot of Tina's erotic fan fiction, which I think is hysterical. It's just the part for me that sucks is that she's being bullied to the point that it's like it gets as bad as it does. And I like that she embraces it at the end. It's just like, it's fine, like I'm still gonna do me. And Jimmy Jr.'s like, was that Jimmy Jr. me? Like, that's great that he's cool with it. But I really freaking hate Tammy in this episode a lot. And I don't find a lot of redeeming things at all about her in general. So for me, this one is just up there with, like, where Moody Foodie's at the top. This one's, like, at the bottom of medium rare. Okay. It's just right there.
I'm a little more harsh in my criticism. I agree with a lot of what you said, but I'm a little more harsh in my ranking. I put this as a rare as well. Again, a couple cool jokes. When the kids are drinking margarita mix and listening to, I think it's AM or FM radio.
That's the FM radio joke that keeps hitting.
It's, and then Linda trying to decipher the text message, trying to figure out what it said. But again, it's another okay episode for me.
I think what brings it up a little bit is this is the cake episode, isn't it?
The cake episode? Remind me.
The cake musical where they're doing the whole clap thing.
Yeah, because Bob and Linda go on a date, and that's why they're able to get the kids over to the house, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So
that is probably why it's a little bit better for me, because I think that's hysterical. Bob doesn't want to go, and we get the whole, like, I'll go, but I'll hate it the whole time. That's a meme that he's obsessed with it.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll give a couple more bonus points for me to give it a high rare. But I'm keeping it at a rare.
Needs more time to cook.
Which brings us to our final episode, Season 2, Episode 9, Beefsquatch.
And this one is always one of those ones for people, it's either they love it or they hate it. And for me, it is medium well. Okay. It's right there. It could be medium and be great. There's just a few bits I don't care for. I mean, we get Nathan, who does this whole thing where he just wants to eat Pam's hair, or smell or lick Pam's hair. It's weird. We have Linda, who gets the FCC for showing her boobs. We get Gene. I think it's Gene and Bob's, like, the dynamic's funny at first, but then it gets really overplayed really fast. And it becomes like they just hate each other. And it's just, I get annoyed at that part of it. But overall, I like the episode for most of it.
I gave this one of my, this would be the third for the season, medium. I thought this was a great episode. I differ from you where I think when Bob and Gene start escalating it and Louise gets involved, I thought that was hilarious when she's having that fake conversation on the phone.
Oh.
I thought that...
I speak Spanish. Put me on.
I thought that was one of the best jokes in the entire run of the show so far. Of course, Beefsquatch is a fan favorite episode or character. Everybody loves him. I could do without the hair eating stuff. That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. I think they were just being edgy, and it's Nathan Fielder. He's going to want to do something like that character. It literally it was like a carbon copy of him as a kid.
Yeah. So it gets past me, but I give this ranking endorsement, medium, 10 out of 10. Rewatch every time, easily.
Yeah. And for me, with like food trucking and this one, it's right there at the top. It's just one little miss. keeps me from like loving it.
Fair enough. Well, there you go, folks. That was our ranking for all 9 episodes of Season 2 of Bob's Burgers. Did you agree with us? Did you not agree with us? Is our scale confusing? Let us know in the comment section below, and let us know what your ranking is. We are, again, from the Great North to Wonder Wharf. We are a Bento Box Entertainment podcast / Instagram live show / fan site. You can follow us on our socials at North to Wharf on Twitter and Instagram. Instagram would be the best place to follow us there. If you're on TikTok, we're slowly trying to learn that, but you can find us at From North to Wharf on there. We have merchandise and all that stuff. All those links can be found in the bio on our Instagram page. And stay tuned for future season rankings, because we'll be doing all 12 seasons at this point. So yeah. JB, is there anything else we need to let the folks know before we get out of here?
I don't know, I was like practicing my airline thing when you were doing your talking, but it's fine.
Yes, all the information and stuff I told you below, along with the recipe for the Swanky Panky.
Swanky Panky.
Right, can be found in the description box below. From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, I am Mike.
And I'm JB.
And we will see you for Season 3 rankings of the Bob's Burgers episodes. Goodbye, everybody.
It's going to kick off the whole thing. See you guys.